Hi you guys, I'm sitting on my office's rooftop deck. It's 12:15. At 1:30 I have a meeting with my manager and I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks. I'm like panicking. So we clearly need to catch up. Yes, I did quit my job. The last month has been a little bit crazy. So basically I quit my job, spent like 2 weeks chilling at home, and then I started a month-and-a-half long trip throughout Europe, and I'm currently in Rome. This is the rooftop terrace at my hotel. There's a basilica and there's the top of the Colosseum back there. Anyway, you didn't come for that. Why did I quit? And what's up next? This has been brewing for a while now. I was really bored. Work was moving so slowly. I wasn't working on anything I found super exciting, and I ended up losing passion for my job.
You need something to be excited about when you wake up in the morning, and something that you're doing that has a purpose. And if you do something that you love and you have this amazing energy behind it, it's like it makes life so much better.
I love coding and building things. That's where my passion lies. But my actual job was stifling my passion. It was really easy to just show up, do what I needed to get done, and not care at all about work. But I didn't want that. I spend 8 hours a day working, and I want to be excited and passionate and fulfilled in my job. And that's just not where I was at that point. A lot of it boiled down to the fact that the company I joined transformed a lot in the 2.5 years that I was there. We were acquired. I talked about this on my channel before, and I feel like I sound like a broken record, but the acquisition changed everything. Honey transformed from a small 300-person company to now being a part of the 26,000-person company that is PayPal. A lot of changes came with that. More process, different way of working, different expectations, so many changes across the board. But as an engineer, the biggest change for me was work slowed down so much. I spent a lot of hours working on mindless work and very few hours working on things I actually found exciting. To be completely honest, I felt myself getting lazier and more complacent. It felt to me that it was an environment where people were okay being average. There were few people pushing for better, and what's more, not only was there few people pushing for better, but the company itself sets up so many hurdles to actually doing better. Every little release, every little thing has so much legal review, auditing. You've got to make sure your tickets are like done a certain way in Jira so that we can claim tax credits for research and development. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that. There was just so many hurdles to moving fast, and I just didn't like it. I also joined Honey because it was a small company that had so much work to do to actually reach that mission. Things were moving fast. There was a huge emphasis on getting things done, where in contrast, it turned into a company where I had to wait 3 weeks for an approval to an app that I needed to integrate into in order to complete a ticket. 3 weeks for an approval before I could actually complete the ticket. That's just to say that 2.5 years after I joined, it was no longer the same company, and it was no longer my vibe. I can't believe that it's my last day at Honey. Makes me so sad, especially coming off of yesterday. We had a happy hour with a bunch of people that came out just to kind of say goodbye and stuff. I'm like very excited for what the future has to hold, very scared for what the future has to hold, but insanely sad. I don't know, like I'm gonna miss the people and like the memories that we all have created. And the company was actually a really special place to work, especially when it was a lot smaller. My last day has been very anticlimactic. We had a happy hour yesterday, which was a lot of fun, and there was a lot more people in the office. But today there's like, I don't know, like 5 people in the office. I'm here because I need to hand off my laptop and my phone, my company phone, at the end of the day. But yeah, it's very anticlimactic. It was pretty hard to leave my job. I was paid well, the workload was not intense, I had incredible work-life balance, and I had strong connections with a lot of people there. I could have easily kept working at Honey, just coasting through life, making a comfortable living, and just continued on the path that was comfortable, it was known, it was predictable, it was something that I was familiar with. I mentioned in a video recently that I really cling on to every stage of life that I'm in. Because of that, it was just the hardest thing for me to do, to like completely say, I'm gonna stop doing this and figure out something else. It's hard and it's scary. No matter how scared I was of the future or how unknown it was, I was more scared of never giving myself the opportunity to go for what I really want. And logically, this was the right time for me to do that. Now is not the time in my life where I want to coast at a huge company and kind of rest and vest. I want to be pushed, I want to hustle, I want to build cool things with a cool team that is constantly helping each other grow. I know that this way I will be more fulfilled by work and find more meaning in what I'm doing, especially because I spent so many hours doing it. And I'm now way more excited for the future than I have ever been.
We have this tradition at Honey where on the first day on the job, you take a Polaroid and you add it to this wall of Polaroids that has a Polaroid of everybody that works at Honey. And I did that 2.5, almost 3 years ago now. And today is my last day, so I need to take my Polaroid off the wall.
Hello.
I'm handing in my laptop and my phone.
Okay, thank you.
And now for the fun part. Like, what's next? I am gonna be in Europe for a month and a half, and that's really the only solid plan I have. I don't have another job lined up. I haven't recruited at all. I knew that I wanted to take some time off first. There was no reason for me to rush into a new job because I've done a good job of saving money for myself. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Europe for a month and a half. I get back to LA in mid-July and my lease ends at the end of July. So I'll need to move, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay in LA or move. I think right now I'm leaning towards like putting my stuff in storage and trying out being nomadic for a couple months and seeing where that takes me. The picture is still pretty blurry, but right now I'm thinking I'll start recruiting in August, you know, lead code vibe. I'm looking for a small startup. I really want to jump into that hustle. And if you've been here a while, you know that my dream is to build my own company. If YouTube is doing well come August, it could be a good time for me to take a few months and to work on some of my ideas. On that note, thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. Financial freedom has always been a top priority of mine, and it's really the main reason that I choose to work at a software engineering company rather than working on my own ideas. It's because I need that salary. But with YouTube coming along and bringing in some extra income for me, it really helps a ton, and I'm able to offset my expenses and burn through my savings a lot slower than I would otherwise. That really wouldn't be possible without all of you. So again, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I'm using this time in between jobs to hone in on some skills, and Skillshare is really the best place to go because they have thousands of engaging and creative classes that cover a wide range of topics. I'm currently working on a class that's all about finding your style and unlocking your creative identity. It's by Andy Pizza, and he's an artist and a designer. He does a good job of diving into how to unpack your identity and translate your likes and your taste into what you make. This really helps me with YouTube, and it's always such a good time taking a Skillshare class. The community around it, classes are always so engaging. It's just such a feel-good activity, and honestly a new form of self-care for me. So yeah, you can use the link in my description to browse their catalog, and the first 1,000 people to sign up for Skillshare through that link will get a 1-month free trial, and I challenge you to go take a class. There's like no better way to spend your time than actually growing and learning something new. Comment down below what class you're planning to take, and thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring again, and thank you for supporting my sponsors, because now that I'm unemployed, it means more to me than ever. It's pretty terrifying thinking about the uncertainty and the lack of routine over the next few months, but it's also pretty exciting. I've always said I wanted to do something like this, and it's honestly like, if not now, then when? I'm literally turning 25 this summer. Life is so short, and I'm learning to live it to the fullest with each passing day, and this is me doing just that. Not really knowing what the future holds, having a blurry picture but still being pretty flexible. and just trusting and believing in myself that I can figure it out, and I will figure it out. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm still a software engineer, and I'm still a builder, and I will continue to be so, either at a small startup or maybe working on my own. And either way, I hope you'll stay along for the journey. Today is my last day in Rome. Actually, I need to wrap this up because we're about to take the train to go to Montepulciano, which is a small village in the Tuscany region, and we're going to enjoy some wine and go on a wine tour and do all these fun things. So that's it for me right now. Expect a lot of more Europe vlogs over the next few months, and expect a lot more vlogs of me just trying to figure out life. Life is short. Do what you want. Have the courage to go for what you really, really want, and I'm really proud of myself for following through with that. That's it for this video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So loved. That bird does not care what Steve Jobs has to say. Point. And it was really easy.
Feel like falling deeper, colder nights, not